Amazing things can happen when communities unite, and that's exactly what we witnessed last August during Above Board's inaugural fundraising gala. Here to recap the evening and to shed a little bit of light on this year's fundraising efforts is Kennebunk Police Chief Bob McKenzie. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Kristen.
So first, I have to thank you. You have been so instrumental in helping to guide our board when it comes to addiction services that you see as being beneficial. So you steered us in the direction of recovery coaches last year. Why recovery coaches?
Because it's vital to those with substance use disorder to have a support system in place. Law enforcement can't do it alone. We need that support from our community and people that are trained to assist. And that's where Above Board came in to do the fundraiser and provide the recovery coach training for our community members. So it's very beneficial to those that are in need, because many times those people in need don't have support.
Now, we've graduated 2 classes. We have 40 recovery coaches out there. Our next training session is in October, and our goal is to have all 85 coaches graduated by the end of the year. So it's time to move on to this year's fundraising efforts. And once again, we turn to you because we realize that in treating addiction, it's just not a singular approach that's going to work. And so tell us a little bit about what you wanted us to help you with this year.
Again, the recovery coaches is phenomenal, and we need that help and the support. But there are still gaps there, and this is what has been identified is in many instances when law enforcement responds to calls for those folks that are struggling with substance use disorder or mental health issues, and generally they do run hand in hand. If it doesn't reach a certain criteria of a crisis, such as somebody's going to do harm to themselves or others, there's not a lot that we can do as law enforcement officers. We're not social workers. And sometimes there's nothing that a recovery coach would be able to do without other additional intervention. And that's why a partnership with SWEETSA, having those folks that are trained, licensed, and certified to come in and start working with folks to help them connect to other resources, and case management is going to be very important for us in law enforcement. It will reduce the calls for service, our repeat calls for service, which we know many times when there's nothing we as a police officer can do, we know that we're probably going to be back. And sometimes those calls escalate to physical violence, and that's what we want to avoid. So this type of service will be very beneficial to us and give that person the best hope to recovery.
Now, this provider program that we're creating in conjunction with SWEETSA, it's kind of a 2-prong effort. So we're providing follow-up service for those who are battling addiction, and we're also providing ride-along service for your police department, for local police department, Kennebunkport, and Arundel. How do you see these 2 areas working in conjunction with one another?
Oh, it'll be phenomenal, because the person that's struggling with substance use disorder is going to have those resources made available to them. But at the same time, our law enforcement officers throughout the Kennebunks will be educated just by those ride-alongs and make those connections and get a much better understanding of what services are available in our communities and how to connect people much quicker.
Now, I'm happy to see that our Governor, Janet Mills, is really taking a solid footing when it comes to treating addiction in our community. Do you see our approach as helping her larger goal for our state?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They are closely monitoring what we are doing. They've been in contact with us, so it's good to see. But also, I do look at the Kennebunks as being kind of on the leading edge of this. Training our community members as recovery coaches, training our first responders with recovery coach techniques, and now filling in those other gaps to provide mental health services for folks, for calls, is truly something that's unique and something I'm very proud of that I'd love to talk about in different venues around the state.
Grassroots efforts and community-sponsored outreach are proving to be game changers when it comes to battling addiction. So we hope that you will join our community this year for our fundraiser, a masquerade ball held at the Colony Hotel, August 22nd. Now, if you'd like more information on our event, if you'd like to purchase tickets, maybe become a sponsor, or even just donate to our cause, go to our website. It's aboveboardgala.com. And we look forward to seeing you on the 22nd.